Okay, so now that we've got all these beautiful measurements for our specifications, basically where we've decided to put our axles, how high we roughly want our car, things like that, I'm going to start sketching my design on here. So you don't have to exactly sit between like all these little lines you've marked out, they're just guides. So you can basically make your car anywhere on this block. You just need to avoid where you want to put, leave a spot for your axles, leave a spot for your canister that's going to go in the back of your car, things like that. Otherwise, you can always change your mind halfway through. But, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go to sketch again. And because I want a nice curvy car, personally, so I'm going to go to spline. So a spline is basically just a curvy line. Imagine it's like a string and you're tying it in place, and as you pull it tight it gets a bit curvy, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from under here, and I want to go there. I'm just clicking and moving my line. There you go. So at the end, I'm just going to click enter. I've unfortunately left construction on. That's why this line is still quite, it's still a dotted line. So I'm just going to go over here to the sketch palette, go up and unselect construction. Oh, sorry, click on that and then click on construction. So now it's a solid line. Looks real pretty. And now I also want to take a little bit off the inside of the car. So this is my profile that I've designed. Now I want to take a little bit off of its inside belly, if you want to call it that. So I'm just going to go over here, grab my spline again, and click, click, and click, and then click enter. So now I've taken off a little bit of that. I think I want to make it a little higher, so I'm going to grab this and drag, just drag it, and I can make it go up a little bit higher. So this is my side shape, very beautiful. Now what I want to do is I actually want to cut this out. So to cut it out, I'm going to actually do it the same way that I made this block fat. So I'm going to make it by cutting this section out with the extrude. So I'm going to come back up here to the box, click on that. As you can see, profile is selected. So that's basically what you want to follow around and cut out. So what do you want to cut out? So I want to cut out this section, and I also want to cut out this section. So we've got two of those. I've selected both. And then if you come over here, there's a whole bunch of information. We're going to go down here and select cut. So now it knows what it's doing. And if you look, it's actually going the wrong way. So it's going to cut towards me when I actually want to cut it away. So what I'm going to do is in the distance, instead of typing in a number, I'm going to go minus. And I'm just going to go 100 because I know it's nowhere near that fat. It'll definitely cut out. Okay, so it looks all good. Looks like it's cutting out the right stuff. Okay. And there we have it, my shoe-like shape. Okay. So that's an excellent profile I've started with. But now I'm actually going to cut from the top because I'm going to cut it in two ways. So I could do all this on the bandsaw. Excellent. And then I'm going to turn it sideways and I'm going to go over to the square and click top. So depending on what plane you started on, top might not be top, but it's not a problem. Just click on the right side of the square. That is basically what your top would be. So I'm now on this, and if I go over here to sketch, because we're going to start a new sketch, we're going to click on sketch. And as you can see, those planes pop back up again. So I'm just going to click on the one that matches the top of it. So now we're in a new sketch, and I'm going to come over here. And even though we can't see it, it's actually just a flat plane that we're sketching on. So I am going to first go line, and I'm going to go right down the middle. right down the middle of that. Now you click on this line and make it construction. Okay, so that line will help later. You'll see in a sec. But what I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm going to go into Sketch again and go down to, I think, Arc. So I'm going to make my front nice and rounded. I'm going to go Arc, 3 point. So what I want to do is I want to go from here to over there and then drag it down to the front. So now I've got an arc drawn on that. Can you see that? Awesome. So now, got a beautiful arc, looking great. Don't want to do any more arcs, so I just want to click Escape to get rid of that tool. Come over to Sketch. Now I'm going to go back to my friend Spline. I'm going to see how it kind of clicks next to that little dot. I'm going to click on that. And then click on there. And go back out again. And just enter. So now I've got this beautiful curve happening. Now I want, ooh, that's a bit close. I think I'm going to pull that out. But I want that to be exactly the same on the other side. So to do that, I'm going to go to Sketch. Just mirror. So mirror does exactly what it says. It's just going to mirror it. So it's going to copy it, but make it on the other side opposite. So first you see objects is selected. So I want to do this line and this line. Oh, actually I don't want to do that line. So I'm going to unselect it by clicking it again. And if you see one selected, it's just this one. Okay, and then it says mirror line. So I'm going to click on that because I'm about to select the mirror line, which is the handy dandy dotted line that I had done before. See how it's mirrored? Let me just click OK. So I've got exactly the same lines on both. So to cut out these is going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to go to the Sketch and click on that little dot, go out. I'm just basically drawing a box that's going to be the cut box around the outside. Okay, so they all join to those lines. Great. And now I go to this. Extrude. I go down here and go cut. Brilliant. It's already selected it. And I'm just going to go, let's go 100. Is it going the right way? It is. You can see it's cutting through. Excellent. And I go, okay. And then I've got this beautiful shape. And I can do that on, you know, I can make that shape many different ways. I could have curved around the back. I could have done squiggles, whatever you like in your design. But I always left that space for the canister in there. Okay, so that's really important. You might want to draw your canister again on this top face, yeah, in case you want to get really close to it, but you don't want to hit it. So that's great. Now I'm going to go onto this back surface. Click on that. And I'm going to sketch on there. Okay, so now I'm sketching on the back of it. And what I'm going to do is create another middle line. See how it goes along here and just clicks in the middle. I'm going to click there as well. So we've got that. I want to get rid of construction. Sketch. And this time I'm going to do a circle with center diameter. And make that. And what's the height? The height I want to make it is 35. That sounds good. And the diameter is 20. And once again, I'm just going to cut that hole out. So it's, I think, 51 deep. Oopsie. Did it wrong. So we need to watch out that we are, in fact, cutting and not doing that. So to make it cut distance, I'm going to minus 51 because it will reverse it like that. And it's already selected cut for me. Good work, program. And then we've cut it. Alright. And the last little thing I'm going to show you is over in Modify. So if we pull that, you can come down to this and it says Fillet. So fillet basically just curves all of your edges. So I'm going to select the edges I want to curve. So selected that top one, and I want a really pretty big fillet on this. I'm going to go 10 millimeter fillet. Just check it doesn't interfere with my canister hole. Nope, awesome. Okay, and then I might want to add some different size fillets. So if we go back to fillet, maybe I'll add some little ones on here. Yeah, just a little one, and then might do a really big one here. So we need to go into Modify, Fillet again, click on those. I'm going to try 15, see if that works. Okay, and there you have it. We've got this really smooth kind of shape. And I could add a few more fillets in, but that's a great basic shape for what we want to make. Cool. Good work, guys.